We're live. Welcome to the Time on Feet podcast. I'm George,
I'm Alyssa.
and this is our first episode. So we're gonna play with it.
We're getting going. Here
What
we
are we
go.
talking about today?
Today we are going to talk about running, road versus trail.
Mm.
Would you like to run ideally on the pavement, or would you like to run somewhere like this in the trees?
Of course.
So what is your preference? Tell me why. Sell me on one or the other. And let's hear it. Let's hear your spiel.
The age-old question.
Yes.
Trailer
amongst runners.
Trail road. So I'm new to both. I would say trail was something that I was a little intimidated by at first, but that I prefer much more now. The road, fun and speedy, smooth, which I like. So depending on the day, I mean, I like the road more sometimes. So it's hard. It's hard to pick one as opposed to the other. Both are good in their own way.
So why was the trails intimidating?
Tripping on my weak little skinny ankles.
Fair. Fair enough. They're tiny.
And like more gear.
Yeah.
I think when you're coming into something new, a new sport or hobby or whatever it might be, and you don't fully get what's required, and then you see people wandering through the woods looking like an astronaut with all their gear. It's you think, well, do I need that? Do I need this? Then you realize in short order that you just need some shoes and the desire to get out there and run. But not in the least intimidating now, but you find yourself, I think, tripping a little bit over your own feet when you start with trail, because there's a lot more technicality. And even on an easy trail, it's not like a road. Obviously, there's no routes and such, but I mean, good, but different. Certainly, it feels, at least at a novice level, it feels less demanding. You lose some energy return on the ground. It's soft, which is good. It seems to be nicer on the joints. Yeah.
And road, like, hate, love. What are we thinking?
I like both. I think that's why we're doing a podcast on it, because we both have this mutual enjoyment for running and love for running, but less love on the road. It's especially with, I mean, where we live, it's maybe not the prettiest roads, not the most scenic space or environment, so that can be a bit less enjoyable when you're out in the beautiful trail systems that we have here. So just the environment alone makes it slightly less enjoyable, though I do like to listen to music. So that is fun, especially on days where you're feeling like I'm just shutting your brain off, letting your legs run and not worrying about tripping on roots or your footing and such. So on those days it's great, but both good, totally different, and a good first topic, because they're both what we do and both what we love to do. So for me, and this being my first full year with training, and not even a year yet, but it's been a learning curve for both. And I think after buying appropriate shoes for road, that made a significant difference. The road was absolutely the worst when we started, because I had a $50 pair of cheap shoes that did not do me any favors. And then upgrading to the Adidas that I have now, it's night and day. It was like that was the probably the coolest thing this year was when I actually rotated into a real pair of runners, where I was like, oh my goodness, this is what running on a road should feel like. Not like pain and torture, but it's still, now it's painful, but painful in a less painful way, because the shoes are appropriate. But,
which helps.
Yeah, it does help. So that's my 2 cents on that. And how about you, my dear?
I love both, as you know. I am like a very strong lover of the marathon and of long distance trail runs, endurance running on the trails. ultra specifically distances.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one modality over the other because I love them both, but running on the road is incredibly hard. You're focused on speed, you're focused on cadence, you're focused on exactly what you're doing, how your feet are moving. So that in and of itself is a lot harder.
Yeah.
And so, but what I love is the intensity. I love getting out there. I love just pounding the pavement. Same thing, music, right? Helps you go quicker. There's nothing like the cheers from people at a road marathon, that whole vibe. That really sparks it within me. I just absolutely love that. And trails. I mean, if you want to honestly unwind and have your mind wander, the trails are good. You have to be more intentional with your footing for sure with the trails. But nothing is like soul filling as trail running, I feel. Yeah. So if I had to pick one to do for the rest of my life, I would pick trails, but honestly, my heart's with both for sure. And I get some sort of like, I have this thing in my head where if I'm doing a road run, I tend to think everyone's watching me. So that's kind of motivating in and of itself. Like the car is going by.
So are you talking training or racing though?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that like when
I'm
out
training,
racing,
they're all cheering for you.
Yes. Okay. And when I'm racing, everyone who claps,
everybody
they're
is
there
cheering
for me.
You when you're I was thinking strictly in the training domain, not the race. Like if we were including, for the record, I have done 1/2 marathon in Victoria this last year, and it was fantastic. Yeah. Really good experience. But that experience was much different than training on the road, where the training on the road, you're having to stop at stop signs and stoplights and cross. Like I find it very disjointed at times, especially if we're in the inner city and we're running around. It's you're hitting all the reds or whatever it might be, and that can be in and of itself a frustration. But the road race, I mean, my goodness, I don't think anything that I've done this summer compares to the energy that you get from all the spectators watching. I did the same. It's like, well, they're all here cheering for me. Obviously, for my first half marathon. But that and a good playlist, and the road is really fun. Almost, you almost don't even feel it. I mean, at least for a half. And for me, that workup was gradual, but it was a short enough a distance that I could run it quickly and have fun. I think if I had pushed for the full, it would have been maybe a different
You feel
story.
it for the full, for sure.
The full,
You start to feel it definitely.
But the half distance was really good.
Yeah. And if you're trying to do a specific pace, it can be really intense, right? For such a long duration on the pavement. It's harder on the joints for sure. And this is where they have this like misconception that running equals, knee problems and joint problems and that sort of thing. Realistically, there's no specific science to back that up. However, I would say that if you're only doing road running and you're doing the same perpetual movements over and over again, then of course, like you're going to have some joint problems and if you're not strength training and stuff as well. But the road marathon, there's nothing like it, or a road race. There's people there. Trail running's a little hard. It's a little more isolating. It's a little more insular in that you're just out there with the trees, but it's also more fulfilling, right? Especially if you're a nature person.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like the trails. There's nothing like picking up some speed, like, getting those light feet over the routes. Honestly, it's amazing. And then finally, when you come into an aid station, when you're on the trails, you see people, it's like, finally, I'm not by myself anymore. But those long distance trail rounds are hard. I mean, you're sometimes running 50K and you could do 20K with no one around, right? So that can be hard. You can be in your head, but in the same breath too, if you love it, then you just have fun with it.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
The bush people's a different thing. And
the dirt bag runners.
The dirt bag runner. And it's, there's crossover obviously for both modalities, but the culture for trail is like its own thing. Yeah. And I find it less, it's competitive, but it's communal. Yeah. And I mean, in my experience with road is pretty short. Like I'm not hating on road runners or any of the organizations that host races. Like they're great, awesome times, but it feels more competitive. Like people are like chomping at the bit to go. And not that changes how I feel when I'm doing it, or my enjoyment factor, but there is a difference between the two. And I think depending on where your head's at, or maybe where your body's at, or where your mind's at, trail can be less stress.
Yeah.
And maybe a little more insular, like you're in your head, or you're just spending a lot of time with yourself. Yeah. And that can be scary too. I mean, I've been scared.
Yeah. That's true.
Sometimes you're looking behind your back.
People are always thinking about bears.
It's probably squirrels.
Yeah, it's usually squirrels. It's very rarely bears. But yeah, I think that just to your point about like the community aspect, trail running and ultra running is definitely smaller. It's a smaller group of people. Road running is quite broad. It's global, right? Trail running, you're not really seeing the quite same amount of people that come out for the trail runs. So it is like we're like a community. Like there is nothing like, and I'll always maintain that when you pass the finish line of a 50K, a 60K, a 100K, there's nothing like that feeling and that camaraderie with others who did the race too.
Yeah.
And like even in public, you can kind of explain it, but it's like you don't know unless you've done it. And so with road running, a person who runs a 5K or a 10K or a half or a full, they've all ran the road. So you kind of have a little bit of that understanding, but trails are just so different, right?
Yeah.
And the endurance is so different. So I think it's a huge way to bring people together and just the community and running in general, snacks, fuel.
Stations.
Yeah.
Like honestly, when we were doing Victoria, I didn't stop. I couldn't even grab the water. I get like a quarter of a mini cup of water and kind of splash it on my face, but I didn't stop. I did have like one gel, but even that I fumbled with it so hard.
Yeah.
And then the aid stations on a trail run, I mean, it's like a buffet.
You're basically just traipsing through the woods and then you I love the aid stations. And this is like almost every trail race we've been to where it's chips, your different candies.
Yeah.
It's your watermelon. It's your salt. And they're like, what can I give you? You feel like royalty in some sort of dirty, woodsy way.
You do.
And
you're doing a hard thing though. You deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. You deserve to
maybe road could do more of that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it would be.
But I don't think people would stop because you're right. Road is more competitive. It's more competitive. It's more about the time. It's more about
the paces,
think
right? About that.
Yeah.
But then, mid race, when the first one popped up, I was like, I'm not stopping for that. Mm-hmm. So it inadvertently pulls out a competitive aspect within a person or myself.
Yeah.
And maybe others. But it's a great question because they're both available.
Mm-hmm.
And in my recent experience, there's a lot of options for a person. So whether you're in a major metropolitan area or a smaller mid-sized town like we are here in Red Deer, there's trails. You can find trails. You can get to a trailhead anywhere, and if you're on a road, like just go outside. There's a road.
Exactly.
So both accessible, very low barrier to entry. Of course, if you want to scale up, you can. But I think they're both great. And that's, to answer the question, which we didn't get anywhere with, they're both awesome. I can't pick one.
I can't either. I can't pick just one. So, and this is coming from a new runner and a runner with some years of experience. Honestly, they're both great for different reasons. So I just think that running is for everyone and running is for anywhere too. You can almost do it.
And great cross training for your aerobic capacity and such too. Like it's a great modality to bring out the best in you as an athlete. So and virtually applicable to any sport that you might be training sport specifically for, or if you're training sport specifically for running. That might change your answer, but we'd be interested to hear what our viewers have to think or have to say on that. So leave some comments and
let us
subscribe.
Yeah,
because we're going to stick this on YouTube.
That's
as well as all the other social media.
So let us know what is your favorite. Don't forget, we are all runners. Thank you for coming to the Time on Feet podcast and for listening in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.